Hey there, YouTube. I just wanted to finally post a new video up. I'm not going to call it a review because there's several things I'm going to mention in this video. I think my last video post was like February or March, so I haven't been keeping up with my channel as much as I was able to in the past. I apologize for that. I know I have a lot of loyal subscribers that have been watching my videos in the past. I've just been really busy in my personal life. I've had a lot going on. So let me preface this video with a few things. I lately have been obsessed with vanilla. As we all know, winter is now gone, for a lot of us at least, in the Western Hemisphere. Spring is here, or it's on its way. The weather is definitely getting warmer, and consistently so. So yeah, but that being said, I of late, the last maybe month or so, have been obsessed with vanilla fragrances. I really like when a fragrance is done with vanilla and it's done well. There are a lot of vanilla fragrances on the market, but not a lot of them are done well. I find a lot of vanilla perfumes, especially those marketed towards our generation or younger, are just overly sweet, way too sugary. Flower bomb. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm kind of not. Several of the things I'm going to mention are extremely cheap, and you're probably going to laugh at me, and a couple of them are more high-end. So we're going to do kind of a high-low today. So that being said, let's just get right into it. The first thing I want to mention was a gift that I received from a friend. I was very lucky to come by this because I know if you buy it in the store, it's $130, if not more, but I received I believe this is 0.7 ounces or 1 ounce. This is the Pure Parfum of Shalimar by Guerlain, and this is a classic vanilla oriental. I'm not really going to go too much into describing the notes of Shalimar or what it smells like. I have done that in a previous video, and as have many other YouTubers. There's a lot of information about this fragrance. It's very well known. But Shalimar is basically a very smoky, smoky iris vanilla. It's a beautiful fragrance. I have it in the eau de parfum as well. The one thing I will say is I don't really notice too much of a difference between the parfum and the eau de parfum, except for perhaps, in my opinion, the iris and the vanilla are more pronounced in the Pure Parfum as opposed to the eau de parfum, but I like both versions for different reasons. The second thing I want to mention is something that I've had for a very long time. I think I've had this fragrance for 2, maybe 3 years, and I haven't worn it a lot. This is Burberry Brit for women in the eau de parfum. Once again, another fantastic vanilla fragrance. I don't know all of the notes in this fragrance off the top of my head, but I know that there's lime and vanilla, almond, some florals, some light florals, which I think like it's jasmine and some other things. It's a really nice fragrance, fairly unique. I really like it. There's a lot of things in it, but what really stands out to me in terms of when I smell it would be probably the vanilla and the almond. And there is a little bit of, like, when you first spray it, I can smell the lime a tiny bit, but really not much. It's mostly a warm fragrance. I think it would be great for fall or winter, but the good thing about this that I really like is you can wear it year-round, because even though it is a warm fragrance, vanilla, almond, etc., you can wear it in the summer because it is rather light. It wears very light. It doesn't have a very strong projection, which brings me to another aspect of the perfume, its weak point. In my opinion, the weakest thing about this fragrance is the lasting power. It is an eau de parfum, and on my skin it only lasts about 2 to 3 hours. It wears very close to the skin. I think it makes a great skin scent because it's very soft and intimate, but I really like it. Guys seem to like it a lot, I guess because it's a vanilla fragrance. I get compliments whenever I wear it. The next thing I'm going to mention is this was a gift that I received recently. This is Van Cleef and Arpels Orchidée Vanille from the Collection Extraordinaire. It's a very nice fragrance. It's a vanilla with a little bit of a dry cacao and some soft florals. So it's not a heavy vanilla. It's actually a rather sheer vanilla, surprisingly enough. It wears very close to the skin. It's very sweet. It almost smells a little bit like marshmallow when it dries down, like a toasted vanilla marshmallow. So it's very sweet, actually, very gourmand. But it still has other things in it that keep it interesting enough and dark enough so that it doesn't become like sugary sweet. Like it doesn't smell anything like pink sugar or, you know, flower bomb. It's not quite that sweet. So I like it. If it were any sweeter, I don't think I could handle it. Now that we're done with those, I want to just do some little honorable mentions. One I'm mentioning because it has somewhat of a sentimental value, and the other one I'm mentioning because, well, it also has a sentimental value as well, I guess. And it's just something that's fun and cheap, and I like it. So, the first one I'm going to mention is, I have it in two versions. It's Warm Vanilla Sugar by Bath & Body Works, and this fragrance has been out for years, a very long time, but I find it to be one of the best vanilla fragrances. It really smells like a warm vanilla. It has, I don't know all the notes in it, but it has a rice, I believe rice water is one of the things that's in this fragrance. There's also, of course, vanilla and musk. And it just has like a really warm, it's a really warm, ricey, kind of toasted vanilla smell. And it's sweet, obviously, warm vanilla sugar, but it's really not that sweet. If you smell this in comparison to a scent like pink vanilla or pink sugar or flower bomb or any of the really sweet vanilla perfumes, it really doesn't smell that sweet. It's just the main quality of this scent is that it's warm and it's comforting and it's easygoing, and I really like it for that reason. A lot of my friends wore this in high school and probably even farther back, so it really does remind me of my youth and just being young and carefree, and it's just very warm and comforting. And even though it's a warm scent, I think it's great year-round because it's not very heavy. And I also bought the shower gel. They had a special going on, and I think I got this for like $2 or $3. It is a mini, so I can't wait to use this and smell all warm and toasty in the shower. I really, really do like this fragrance. And Bath & Body Works does actually have some really nice fragrances out on the market. They've discontinued some of their best fragrances, but they still have some really nice ones. So that's one. I'm sorry, I have to spray it. I just love it. It smells so good. It's so yummy, 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 yummy. Okay, the last thing I'm going to mention was another very cheap. It is a very cheap fragrance, and I drove halfway across town to get it because I'm a dork like that. Someone I am rather close to wears this cologne, and it reminds me of him every time I smell it. And I remember he wore it one night, and I asked him, I was like, you know, what are you wearing? And he told me, and I was like, I've never heard of that in my life. And he told me like where I could get it, and I saw it. I went to the store and I saw it, and it was like $10. So I was like, I have to get it, you know. This might sound kind of weird, but I actually really like the smell of like Abercrombie and Fitch and Hollister colognes. I think they actually smell really, really nice. The fragrance I wanted to show you guys, it's by a company called Rue 21, which makes clothes that are, I'm trying to think what I can compare it to. It's like a cheaper version. It's like Aeropostale. It's kind of like Abercrombie and Fitch, but cheaper. And the name of the fragrance is Carbon Elements, and it comes in this blue bottle, and it's 1.7 fluid ounces, so 50 milliliters. Is it an eau de toilette? It says cologne spray, so I'm assuming it's like a eau de toilette. But it actually lasts a really long time. It lasts on me about 5 or 6 hours. I can't really even describe it. Like, it just smells like a really spicy bergamot, so like kind of like lemony spicy. And then it kind of, as it dries down, it has like a really nutty, warm, almondy vanilla that almost, it's kind of milky, like a sandalwood vanilla in the base. And I just really, really like it. And it also has kind of a fizzy quality. It kind of smells like cream soda mixed with like a man's cologne. So anyway, those are my May mentions. That being said, that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please post below, or you could privately message me, especially if you have any review requests, anything you'd like to see reviewed. I do hope to get a new video up in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, other than that, I hope you enjoyed my video. Please comment and subscribe, and I will see you soon.